Hello. As a 24-year-old, I would never think that I would be going through so much in life right now. Job is all working on my nerves. A passing grandmother less than a month ago, a week ago. Mom is. Family's just a disarray. I'm looking for graduate schools to go to. I've been looking for the past 4 months. Learning to go through the home buying process. Look for mentors to help me guide my life because I got school just wasn't enough. Paying back student loans from undergrad, but looking to get some more loans to further my career. It's some more stuff. Learning how to be an auntie and a big sister and learn how to be a little sister. And then my big sister is learning how to be a sister and a mom and a wife. Trying to figure out if I even would become a mom and a wife. I just want to be a single IT for the rest of my life because it is possible. What else? I moved from my hometown 7 months ago to advance my career. My job is getting on my damn nerves. I learned I can't trust no one, not even the people I thought I could trust. I can't. Oh yeah, coworkers are not your friends. They're not. Find some friends outside of work. Cause the coworkers, they're not it. And also in my office, go back to work. Also in my office, I'm like one of the youngest in the whole entire agency. So like 90 to 95% of the agency are ages uh 40 to 55. No, about 45 to 55. So young. I'm one of the few people of color in my agency, young, black. And the agency is like 95% female, so no, it's like 98% female. So I have that. Yeah. All working against me in my current job. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just like my generation, we've been screwed so much. Or I just been screwed? If I'm sounding nosy or squeaky, it's because I'm under the weather. No, it's not COVID. It's just under the weather. What else? It's just a lot. Looking for therapists, but I'm not insured, so I have to pay therapists out of pocket. But the therapist that I need, I can't afford. So you get the therapist that you can afford, but does not specialize in what you need. So it's like, what the f? I'm uninsured because why am I going to pay someone, a company, every month in case I get sick, but then when I get sick, I still gotta pay for more money. The doctors, I still gotta pay the deductibles and the co-pays. Why am I paying $340 on my paycheck every month to still have to pay? Just say I got insurance. I just don't understand it. eating right, but the right foods are expensive. No, actually, no, I'm lying. I eat. I grocery shop for a uh fruit produce main diet. Now, be eating out, that's different. But at least when I go grocery shop for myself, I buy produce. That's mainly my grocery bill. $50 every 2 weeks for fruits, vegetables, and apples, oranges, mangoes, bananas, grapes, all that stuff. So that is affordable. When I start to go in the aisle, that's when my food bill goes up. So I stick to the perimeter. I'm just ranted because life is really messed up. Like it look for homes to buy. That requirements for financing. 2 years of consistent income. But in the field that I'm in, jobs are usually one of your grants. That's just the nature of the industry. So, got that. I'm like semi broke, but not broke. I'm not broke. I'm in between blessings. So I ain't broke. I'm just ranting, like, cause this is me and my sister had this conversation all the time. Like, what? Adulting sucks. Adulting is ghetto. It's ghetto. We need to do a better advertisement on adulting to the next generation, because what we've given is crap. It's false. It's false. Adulting is ghetto. Okay, especially when you're in between blessings. It's really ghetto. It's because there's so many barriers that you gotta get to even get to what a regular or just an average 24-year-old income should be, or status, or career, or whatever. It's so ghetto. It is adulthood is ghetto. However we're taught what adulthood is ghetto. Working a job for 40 years. And then retire and then still unhappy. What? No. I'm not about to suffer through to get to retirement. For me, in my generation, the retirement may not even be there. So I'm going to work for 40 to 60 years to possibly not get a pension or retirement or anything like that. What? No. What? Blasphemy. Blasphemy. I'm over it. Vitamin D deficient. Because I ain't never known that to be vitamin D deficient. But you get vitamin D from the sun. I'm ranting because I'm just angry. I'm not angry. It's just I see a lot of things that's messed up in the world and don't know how to figure it out, or think that I know I'm not the only one dealing with stuff. It's just that the recipe I was handed with don't work. I'm learning it don't work. It's nasty. Maybe the recipe got to be on 375 instead of 350, or 400 instead of 450. I don't know. But it ain't working. I got to figure it out some type of way. Because if not, then we just going to do the same things our last generation did, our parents did, and then figure out why we still in the situation that we in. And then go blame the next younger generation why they ain't doing right. But we failed. We got complacent. So what you think the next generation gonna do? Become complacent. But I know my generation, it's a lot of people in my generation that are fighting hard and want to change and changing the narrative about themselves and creating generational wealth, not just money, but generational emotional healness, generational psychological healing, generational sexual healing, generational wealth in terms of just, you know, our families. Our families are just dwindling day by day, especially with COVID. A lot of families just got wiped out. Like COVID sped that process up. Families has been decimated. And then you got the one little millennial or black sheep that see the problems and want to help. But then the remaining older generations like, no, you're doing it wrong. Well, you was doing it wrong too. Here's why I be in a situation. But I see a better way and I'm doing it wrong. At least I'm doing something. Lord, I'm on 11 minutes. But yes, because I have 11 minutes worth of stuff to rant and talk about. Like, does my generation got the same, are going through the same stuff? How do we deal with this? How? How do we deal with this? How? What do we do? We go to networking events and, well, I go to networking events and try to explore my mind and meet new people and, you know, develop a proper handshake, firm handshake. And so I'm doing this stuff. Business cards, going to information sessions. Do you feel it? Oh, you still got more to go. Yes, still got more to go, but no one's going to give me anything. But the reason that you're giving it to me is because the color of my skin. Wait, the reason why you're not giving it to me is because of the color of my skin, or because I'm a woman. That sucks. I didn't control this. I didn't say I want to be black and female. I was told I was black and female, and I had to figure it out what that means for myself. In the world that's steadily changing, but also staying stagnant at the same time. It's changing not for me, for other people's groups that benefit the change, but it's stagnant because I'm seeing the same things that's happening in my generation that was happening in previous generations in terms of people of color and women. I go to church sometimes. Most of the time. Okay, I go to Bedside Baptist. Excuse me. Whew. I had to cough because I'm under the weather. But I go to Bedside Baptist. And if you don't know what Bedside Baptist means, is I go to church on the internet. When they live streaming on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, I go in. And, you know, I know it ain't the same as in person, but gas too high. Speaking of gas, why is gas high? I have not seen, why is gas so high? Why? Gas higher with a Democrat in the office than it did when the Republican was in office. Can we talk about that? I thought, yes. Also, yeah, I'm done with all of this, and then I gotta look out and see if America is on its verge of World War III. Or Russia sending nukes over here. Okay, how can I sleep? How can I focus on this when I don't know if it's gonna be World War III tomorrow? How? And it would deny mental and legislation connect mental health as in all around health for insurance purposes. Are you serious? I'm going through all this, and in legislation, you will not attach mental health, access, and insurance together? What? Yes, I did vote the current Democrat. I did. It was the least. It was the dullest part of the edge of the sword. So okay. But anyway, what was that? Yeah, what they ain't teach us this. School ain't teach us this. Our parents ain't teach us this because they parents ain't teach them that. Learn how to be an investment and investment properties and IPA accounts and oh no IRA accounts and high yield accounts, savers accounts and certificate deposit accounts. I ain't learning economics in or pig participation in government. I didn't learn in high school that I learned the found all the foundations that is not even relevant in the real financial world. The of capitalism, supply demand, cost, price, product, all that stuff. The four P's. All I think what price, purpose, product, production, something like that. All that other stuff. Yeah, okay, it's cool, but I want to know how can I make money by not making money? How can I make money? Because right now I'm not making money. Sit there. I have not made any money since last Thursday. I'm currently on contract position. No, I was I'm currently on a position where I'm getting 2.5 hours of PTO every pay period, but it's every 30 hours that I get the PTO. But all around every pay period, it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it takes a long time to work for 40 to get 40 PTO hours, like some months to get that. Wait, every four. Let me do the math. Four times. So okay, so two pay periods in every month. Boom. So that's 5 months. Wait, four? Yes. 4 times 10. 10 months to get 40 hours of PTO. Right? If I'm doing that right, two hours a month. No, I'm really doing this math for real. 2 hours a month, 4 hours a month, 4 times 10. Bruh, that's 10 months. What? I only been in my job for it's going on 7 months now. So really? So yes. Oh, back to so yes, I'm not getting paid for being off, but I need a mental break. Cause what I'm not about to do is be at a job that doesn't value me, does not value my skills that I provide, or knows that I'm valuable, and they just because of the color of my skin or that I'm woman, they're just prejudiced to use it what I have to offer. But that's cool. I'm not staying in or work for something that does not serve me or does not want my intellect or skills or abilities. I could take that somewhere else. The kicker is when you got rent and car payments and you got phone bills and you got eating out and you try to save and move to the next city or save for a rainy day because it's raining right now. It's raining. I don't even got enough money to save for the rainy day for just one day, and it's been raining for 5.5 days for me. By saving my current 10 hours of PTO for future days or get paid out if I don't continue my current employment and go somewhere else, get my PTO paid out. But if I use it now, I may need that later. No one taught us at school from kindergarten to graduate to undergraduate about choosing a retirement plan. What is a 401k? Like, no one taught us that. This is what we need to be learning. What? How? When am I supposed to do taxes? When am I supposed to file taxes? Why is credit score so important? And if it is, how to keep it at a constant approval rating to build more equity. Now, anybody taught me this? Listen, I know nobody taught me. Okay, I was not formally taught cursive, so that should have been a red flag for me to not get taught about wealth, acquiring wealth, taxes, when to file your taxes, 401k. But being a child and learning, adults know best. Adults will protect you. No, they won't. Adults don't protect you. They protect their own. They protect their own people, own children. What affects them. But adults do not protect other youth. That ain't theirs. And that's the God honest truth. I had to realize that. And that hurt. It hurt a lot. Because I know I'm an adult that wants to give back, wants to pour in and nurture into the next generation. Sankofa. But then when I'm with adults that are not doing the same thing, it's like, oh my gosh, that hurt. Because like, isn't this how that's supposed to happen? This is how the next generation get better and stronger if the current generations teach the next generations. I must have been wrong. I guess I'm wrong on that. I'm just ranting for 22 minutes because it's on my chest. This stuff, and yes, I'm not getting dressed up. Robe, all that. T-shirt, boom. Sitting on the floor of the bed. And looking out the window and talking to you, whoever will listen. I'm watching B. Simone and Megan's podcast with Tap Time on YouTube. It was that episode 10. And she was talking about how Tabitha Brown was talking about how she got into podcasting and being on TikTok. She was saying how her daughter's like, yeah, how about you be a TikTok mom, my auntie and sister? And Tab was like, no, what's that? Well, one thing led to another, and here she is. On podcast. Well, I took that and said, how about I just start off with talking to them? To start with a video. I've been wanting to talk for a year now. A year ago at this time, I want to start a podcast. And I was like, I'm going to start on February 1st. Well, February 1st, 2022 came and it went. And now we're on January 25th, 2023. And I was like, if I ain't go start today, then I ain't gonna never start. And it just ain't no sense of being all, waiting to be all glitz and glamour. Because right now, it's no glitz and glamour. I am blessed to be able to wake up today and still have a job, or at least means of consistent employment. Being able to still give life to people. Still being able to give grace to myself, grace to people, learn. Well, I'm in a horrible time in my life. Not horrible, but it is uncomfortable. And the way, yeah, It's just uncomfortable. But I asked for this uncomfortability. So it's not that I'm mad at being uncomfortable. It's that I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm uncomfortable with the things I thought I didn't wasn't gonna be uncomfortable with. Is the things that are making me uncomfortable, and the things that I thought that was gonna make me uncomfortable, I conquered already. Or things that I was just maybe being afraid of and not pursuing, or not following through with it, or something like that. I'm figuring. Don't trip. God ain't finished with me yet. I'm learning. I'm learning this. All about older wisdoms is gone. My grandmother was the last person to I had 91-year-old wisdom just gone. She was the last one. Like Kendrick said, all my grandma's dead, so ain't nobody praying for me. I'm on your head. 30 minutes later, I'm just watching me about crap like be cautious. I do for the gram, I do for Compton. Okay. Anybody that know me, Kendrick Lamar is like my best person, like rapper ever. Just my favorite rapper ever of all time. I listened to Kendrick Lamar since 2013 when what's that dang it, oh my gosh, in the thunder and rain, is it nobody? I can feel your hands. Poetic Justice, yes. Since that song came out 2013, I was hooked immediately. And ever since then, about 10 years. Oh my gosh, 10 years to listen to Kendrick Lamar. Oh my god. Yeah. I will listen to him every day. Songs on repeat. Section 80, uh, Good Kid, Mad City, all his mixtapes, his EP, OD, Overly Dedicated. Listen every day on the bus. Every day on the 12. Utica. If you from Buffalo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every day. Repeat. Master Splinter's Daughter. Poetic Justice. F Your Ethnicity. Yeah. That's who raised me. Poetically. Kendrick Lamar. I was just at his Mr. Moreau concert back in August 2022 in DC. I had video of that. 3 days ago, I factory reset my phone because of my current employment. They have the thing where if you connect to your Gmail, your work Gmail or your phone, they just take over the whole phone. Like, it's like, okay, you got your personal phone and then your work phone in one device. Well, I logged into my work phone on my personal phone and forgot that they started implementing that. And I was like, I had to sacrifice my current employment, tracking my phone, because I do things on my phone appropriately, because it's my personal phone, or keep all those memories. Well, I had to just do it. Start from beginning. Because the software that they implement on your phone, you can't delete it. If you want to delete it off your phone, you have to go to the admin of, which is not local. You gotta go far to get them, to contact them, to get this off your phone. And I had that time. So I just factory reset it. I backed up as much as I can. It is coming back slowly. Hopefully, I got pictures from 2021. Hopefully, the last year pictures get implemented on my phone, because those were the last to get restored or backed up. So, but yes. Anyway, Kendrick Lamar is my favorite rap artist ever. 30 minutes. Wow. We get, oh, yes. I'm just ranting. Whoever care to listen. I just want to let you know that you are not the only one going through stuff. I'm not the only one telling myself. I'm not the only one going through stuff. Hence why I'm making this video. Oh yeah, that's how you know I ain't even moisturizing up because I ain't had the time to be getting dressed up. What was I had to speak was on my heart. Trying to make everything perfect. Hey, this is me. First introduction. This is me, who I am. Robe with the hood, t-shirt, boom, warmth, blankie. No, bro, because I'm in the house. It's a rainy day. That's me. But at work, I be stylish. Oh, I be getting them. It's why they be jealous. I be like, girl, I used to roll up with sweatpants and this t-shirt through campus. Holy bleach all because I ain't care. But it's like, no, you rock through life with pride. You don't know who you gonna bump into. Yes, but my life, it's cold. If I'm walking through building to building and it is 30 degrees outside, I'm gonna make sure I'm be sweatpants and hoodies. Because I had teachers that would teach with the window open. In summer, in spring and winter. Girl, it's cold. Close the window. You ain't about to have me freezing. I'm trying to learn about the social determinants of health, and I'm cold. So I walked in class with hat, glove, blankie. I was in class on time, taking notes, asking questions, but I knew I wasn't gonna be cold. All that because everybody, I don't like to be cold. I never like being cold. That's why my heat bill so high because I had the heat on 80. It's I'm not about to be cold. I be cold all day in someone else's office because they the ones paying the bills, the operating costs. But in my house, I ain't gonna be cold. Period. Wear the ankle boots, but my ankles be freezing. What? I may need to get some iron pills. These vitamin D pills. I might need some get some iron pills. Eat some potatoes, some potato skins or something. This might be anemic. I've been cold all my life. So I moved from my hometown to I would say a neutral state, geographically state, and I'm that southern, but north. And people ask, well, you moved from that state. How should you be cold? Hence why I moved. Because I don't like to be cold. You should get used to the cold. No, that's why I moved. But I guess I didn't move further south enough. Because, I'm still cold. I need to go to Atlanta or Florida or the Bahamas where it's constantly 85 all year long. Sunshine, yes, it rains, yeah, okay, it rains, yes. But I'm like Duce Salome said, Duce Salome, I am genetically, emotionally, physically, geographically not supposed to be cold. I'm cold. I'm cold right now. Sit on the floor. I want to turn the heat up so bad, but again, I'm not getting paid for sitting on the floor right now, so I need to save and make financial decisions because the next billing cycle coming up, and I know I will not be having enough money for the next billing cycle to pay my heat bill. So I would just have this blankie, probably take some, drink some wine to warm up. A shot of tequila or something so I could warm up. Because my heat is on 74 and that's pushing it. It was on 73 today, all day. But because it was raining and the temperature dropped, I forced it up 74 degrees. But it was on 80. But again, my heat bill be like $156. And my bill ain't never been $156. Speaking of that, why is my light bill $156 if I barely be at work? I be at work more than my house. Speaking of that, I ain't never had. No, it's just me. It's me. It's just me living here. So why is my bill this high? I unplug everything out every day. Because you know when you leave stuff plugged in, it's still running the electricity, the kilowatts. So unplug all that. Should have became a stripper. No. That's another. I could be a drug dealer's girlfriend. I ain't got to worry about all this. All I gotta do is provide the poom poom. That's it. They take care of everything else. However, in the long run, will that be sustainable for my life? I'm giving somebody else pussy, and they pay all my bills. Like, it's more to life than that. That's not okay. Or it's not sustainable. That lifestyle is not sustainable. It's for a long time. But I could. Just to say, oh, my license paid, my rent paid, I could go on trips. No. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this so much. No children. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating fact. No children. No boo. Because I learned I'm attracting ain't shit people. Men. Guys. Boys. So I gotta sit back and figure out why I'm attracting ain't shit boys. That don't mean I ain't having fun now. But I know that anyway. This also, I am on the verge. Okay, being an entrepreneur, because I guess working for people just ain't my strong suit. But do you be an entrepreneur? Okay, and I'm going to school, looking to go to school, to apply to grad school in fall of 2023. So like, do I jump the ledge or do I don't jump the ledge? I make shea butter on the side, Sasha's butter. I've been making it for the past 4 years, since 2019. Sasha's butter. Need to start making that again. I have spoiled shea butter. And I do not want to sell that because that's not okay. Like, that's business 101. I sell a product that's better represent me, my work, my skill set. Not about to be selling no spoiled shea butter. Yes, it's functional, but it's the point. It's the principle. You know it's bad. Don't sell. That's not the highest quality product for me to sell to customers. But I would gift it. To you, gift, but not sell. Also, I do work in women's health. Okay, let me take that back. I am pursuing, because saying trying, that mean you ain't really doing it. I'm pursuing getting DONA certified as a doula. It's a lot of networking that has to get done to finish that part of the certification. Because I'm in a area where doula work is not, the network is not there compared to on the other side of the bridge, the Western Maryland. Then it's hard, it's difficult. Even though I know doula work is so important on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, building that up is the hard part. It's needed. I work in the trenches. That's where this is where doulas are needed most on the Eastern Shore, rural areas, um, where people do not have access to adequate health care. People do not have, and that's barriers where insurance, transportation, not enough providers in general, not a lot of specialty providers. If it is, hence the transportation to get to them. So it's valuable here. But for me to profit, it would be a missionary work instead of a profiting entity. And people don't really understand. I understand that the work is needed here, but the people here does not understand the work and the importance of having a doula here. That's what it is. Those are my two entrepreneurial not videos. Girl, I'm 41. I've just been ranting. Uh, uh, Entrepreneur businesses that I am currently pursuing and to get stronger. Oh yeah, speaking of, trained by Nakia. Shout out, yes, trained by Nakia Lawson. Doula work. Cohort, May 22. Class 2022, May 2022. But yeah, I feel a lot better just ranting. I don't know why it took me so long to just do this. I think it's because that I got to look a certain way, dress a certain way, speak a certain way. Everything got to be set up like studio, nice, professional. It's like, girl, no, just talk to people. Talk to people. Yeah, and this true, authentic self. I know the black people go get me on my dry afro. I know it. Don't get me. Please don't. Please, I know. I know I should have at least moisturized my hair and get it all puffy, okay? But I ain't had time. Okay, I did. I just knew I had to speak now. Because if I was going to wait even more longer, I was like, oh, no, I can't. My hair all cute, but I lost the words to say. Oh, something else came up. Oh, somebody called me and talked for 42 minutes. But not 42 minutes, I could have been talking with y'all. So I just said, I'm going to just speak what's on my heart. Anybody that know how I look, they just got the privilege of being in my presence. Man. Lord. Get through childhood trauma. That's one thing as a young adult I have to figure out so that I won't take this into my more mature age of being an adult. Speaking of, I am a 6-year-old adult. That is a concept. I don't know what I would call it, but I'm a hold on. I'm not really good at math. 18 plus 24, that's 4 years. 18, 22, 6. I'm a 6 to 7-year-old adult, okay? I'm figuring it out. Like I was 6 and 7-year-old child, okay, going through stuff, learning the world. Well, I'm a 6-year-old adult learning how to figure out the world, okay? The world that was not presented to me, or I did grabs in the way that it actually is. Lord, go getting bullied at work and don't know how to defend myself. Do email. Oh yeah. All generations learn how to write an email. Learn how to write yes. Verbal ain't always good in corporate America. Right? And if you do verbal, say a follow-up email. As per our conversation, this is what was discussed. so you could create a paper trail. That boss that you thought was all good is not good. They were setting you up for the beginning. Okay, they were setting me up for the beginning. Not, I don't say beginning, but they always had the ability to set me up. How about that? From the beginning. They just needed a smoking gun or something that's going to justify they effed upness. And I learned I ain't the only victim that my boss had. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. There'd be young black a woman in corporate America. What? Another question. What was the women in the women's movement? What was they actually fighting for? Cause this women now that is in their health is declining now than they was back then. Becoming CEOs and C-suites and all the presidents and all that stuff. For what? So we could get high blood pressure? Like Yvonne, I'm orgy. Said all we get was it's hemorrhoids. That's all we get. Hemorrhoids. And we selling for the same salaries that men had. Thinking that was all cool. Oh, what makes $70,000? Okay, $70,000, but you're depressed. You can't. You miss your child's football game recital. You can't go there. You're tired. You still gotta come home and clean the house and cook after you just finished being a CEO all day. What? What were we fighting? What were they fighting for? And the men was like, "Oh, you want to be the boss? Okay." If we was like, "Yep, we got it. We the CEOs. Okay, but and you still gotta go home and cook and clean." And being alone in your marriage. What? What am I fighting for? I say, what I'm fighting for: reproductive justice for black and brown women, real reproductive justice, and they got the nerve. Oh, let me break this down. They got the nerve to overturn Roe v. Wade. They got the nerve. What were we fighting for? Women, what were we fighting for? We could be CEOs of companies and be vice presidents, and we could have all this, but our basic human need was been stripped away. Of our basic human right has been stripped away. The ability to choose when we can give life or take life, that because that says us, that's our right, it's been stripped away. By the same men as that same men, people, women, organizations, entities, companies, businesses that we stated that we want to be the CEOs of. And yes, that was the surface level of what women's rights movement was fighting for back in the 60s and 70s. It was more than that, And well, shoot, women was getting raped by men and women in the workforce in the 60s, 70s. They still getting raped and now. Sexual harassment. They still getting raped now. So what was that all for? Jeffrey Epstein still getting raped and molested and sexually harassed and workplace is just seen as redefined as looking different. I'm just ranting. I'm just my own view of what I see as a 6-year-old adult. Wait, 7. Wait, oh girl, I can't count for shit. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, I was right. 24. Man, I'm sick of this. Oh, didn't figure if I have ADHD or not. If I do get ADHD, then that explains a lot. If I don't, then okay, I gotta work on some stuff. But at least I want to know if I do or not. Not getting assured helps me get that. I want to pay entity insurance company just to say I got insurance, but still gotta pay for the services that it claims it provides. If I'm a doctor in network, by living on a area, a peninsula where there's not even a doctor's available for the services I need. What? Really? Baby, I don't go into that millennial Gen Z. I don't know. I'm 24, born in 98. Take it how it is. People say that if you were alive for 9/11, then you are a millennial or young millennial or Gen Z. I'm just 25. I'm just a 6-year-old adult. I'm sick of this. So I've got to give. Learn. Then learning, go back to life. Is like, how dare I say, it's not imposter syndrome if I'm in environments that are not welcoming to begin with, to allow me to grow and find my footing. So I know it's not imposter syndrome. Living in a system where you got kids, you get all the teams, but if you don't got kids, then you don't qualify for nothing. But if you got kids, okay, you qualify for all the things, all of the social services, but raising the kids and raising humans is more than getting social services. That baby will come up and become a child and then become an adult and got to figure out the same stuff I'm dealing with or we're all dealing with currently. So what, what, what is this? So I'm like, no, I'm not about to purposely have kids so I can get all the teens, all the social services. Did they grow up and got to experience all the trauma and got to find therapists? Because all the trauma I put on them, because all my unhealed trauma that was put on me from a person that didn't get their trauma healed. And is still living through trauma currently. Man, I know somebody going through, understand what I'm talking about. I know I'm not crazy. I know this world is really messed up. It really is. It ain't all rainbows. Yes, there are people in this world that has intentions of making this world greater than when they found it. Me, I am. That was my high school quote in my yearbook. But it's still crappy. It still is. Like, yes, we can acknowledge the rainbows and happiness, but that doesn't negate that it's like monsters in this world too. Is the rainbows and unicorns make the monsters seem more less scary. That's it. That's really what it is. 55 minutes of me talking? Wow. I'm just... this is like an introduction video of... I talked about a lot. Man. Women's empowerment. Oh, I told you about Asashe's butter, but Asashe's Mothers is my doula company. Asashe's Mothers. Asashe's Butter. Those my two. If you want to talk about that, we can. Well, I was told... Another reason why I made this video is that about 4 or 5 months ago, I was in Food Lion. The real Food Lion it was this 91-year-old woman and her 63-year-old niece in line in front of me. And of course, the niece was telling the aunt what to do. And the aunt was like, look at her. She telling me what I need to be doing. And I was like, yeah. Like, you ain't the oldest. Like, you ain't the aunt. And ever since then, she was talking to me and invited me to her church. And we went to church for a couple of times. But one thing that I will never forget her saying is that they need to hear your voice. You need to talk. So I'm talking. It took me 4 or 5 months, but I'm talking. You know the kicker is, I have not seen her. I went to church in November. Haven't seen her in church yet. Again, I sat with her in church. Every time I see her in church, I sat next to her. She was a guardian angel. Her name was Dolores. And I think I gravitated to her because she did remind me of my grandmother. She does remind me of my grandmother. 90, same age. And, you know, just... she didn't even have to have a long conversation with me in order for her to say that. Say, they need to hear your voice. That part is as I'm shook of... Because I thought I said something. But I guess I wasn't saying the right words to, you know, get the wheel, get the oil. You know, the squeakiest wheel, the loudest wheel gets the oil. So I guess that's what she was saying in that. Yeah, it's Dolores. Man, but yeah, she was in my spirit today. Talking about, you know, they need to hear your voice. I didn't know what doesn't mean at work, doesn't mean at school, doesn't mean in my family, doesn't mean in general. I guess it mean all that. Oh my. I do, you know, the CBD oil. My residential state just passed a law back in midterm elections of 2022 that you can have 2 plants in your house starting July 1, 2023. So, that's all I gotta say. Well, you've been listening to the whole video, you get some hints of what state I'm talking about. A Maryland state. I just said it because it's like, bruh, just say it. Like, you watch the video, say it. No, I ain't got COVID. I'm just under the weather. Everything ain't COVID. It was pathogens before COVID. But if I did have COVID, I don't think I would have had the strength of speaking for 59 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh, my sister. Oh, shout out. She is building her consultant women's empowerment company. I am Sarah Edmonds. She's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So please go to her. I am Sarah Edmonds. Yes, I share her. She okay. It's gonna be a little touch moment, but I always say push her to make content. But the hypocritical part for me is that I never push myself to make content, and she consistently she does it. Every time I see her on my news feed, it's another video, another content about women's empowerment, um, about knowing yourself, finding your own feminine energy, um, marriage, trials of motherhood, raising a toddler, and um, family, and yes, women esque marriage, and bring her husband on, my brother in law, Eric. And talk about the men's ministry with that. So check her out too. Yes, she's also learning how to break generational curses and build generational wealth in her way that she knows how. You can also talk. Men can also. Well, okay. I ain't gonna say that like that. I'm gonna say the way specifically black women in this country, our relationship with men has is complicated, beautiful, it's toxic, it's something that I guess only black women can understand in terms of our relationship with black men that we need to talk about. You know, the waiting the 60 days, the 90-day rule, the don't cook for them on the first date because then they only like you for your cooking. My phone about to die. Oh no, it was on 30%. Oh, those are toxic rules to keep toxic men. Because a real man wouldn't automatically, just because you cook for them on the first date, okay, they understand it's more to you than that. So those rules, you need to get out. Kick those. Those are rules to keep shitty men in our lives, or to justify keeping shitty men in our lives. Men, boys, men, whatever. It'll keep us in this toxic cycle of keeping shitty men in our justify keeping shitty men in our lives. No. A man that wants to be with you sexually, they will always nurture you in your mind, nurture you in your body before they even want to pursue that with you. They will always let you do that first and let you take your own time. And if that's on the first date, then that's on the first date. But if it takes you 90 to 60 days or 90 to 180 days, then that's what happens. Now, for me, I had one nice date because that was my choice. But it was my choice. They did not say, we gonna pursue this right now. Now, the reason I made those choices was me that I gotta figure it out. And talk to a therapist about my own sexuality and sexual behaviors. But it's real. Sick of this. Going on YouTube and ask the elders, and they don't want to ask the elders for help, but then be wrong with the way that we do or handle the advice that they provided, or don't do it exactly the way they say. Then it's all the way wrong. No, I took what you gave me. Now I'm gonna make it applicable for my life and my circumstances and the time that I'm doing it. In the realities of my world. Dick thighs saves phones. Dick thighs, ooh, save lives. Well, I'm holding you between my knees. The phone between my knees. Because the cover too thick for my thighs. But, oh, like that. Okay. Okay. I'm just keep on talking. I know exactly what I can do. What I talked about sex, women's empowerment. Shout out Sarah, my sister Sarah. I am Sarah Edmonds. Trained by Nakia. Talked about my own two businesses, Shea Butter, Asashe's Butter, and Asase's Mothers. Uh, Men Generation of Well, Toxic Scoops, everything. Imposter Syndrome, CBD. Okay, one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get off. I promise. No, I'm not. I don't promise. I know. Keep talking. Is that in my teen years to now, I have prided myself on detaching away from my own generation because I felt that's the my generation that I am growing up in would is jealous looking on my path. Okay, I'm not. I would say I detached because I didn't want to go through the things that I'm going through with older generations to do that with my current generation. You know, the reason why I was always with the older generation. I was, it was always easy to talk to the older generation about life, social problems, social issues. But I think it's time for me to reconnect with my current generation and get networking with my current generation. Cause one thing my current generation is that we ain't playing no games. We sick of this. We sick of being poor, mentally, physically, emotionally. We're sick of being led by politicians that we know be lying. We know they be lying, but our parents be falling for them. We vote current politicians in, and they're still not helping us what we need. Current presidential president. If you don't cancel these student loans, I know something. I know, cause why am I having a salary that's less than my student loans after I graduate? I feel as though however much I took out for college, that's how the salary I should have when I graduate from college. So if I took out $200,000 of loans, then my first job out of college is $200,000. That should be my salary. And that's as bachelor's, master's, PhD. If I take out 300,000, if I take out $50,000 of student loans, then I should at least my salary be $50,000 when I get out of college or graduate. That makes sense to me. Oh, and living in a world where there was no, go back to the insurance part, living in a world in a country where there is no universal health care. Okay, go back to college. Because I've just heard, like, and I know it's possible to get universal health care. But going back to college, and yes, if if I take out loans or whatever, I should get paid that. I should not get paid less than what my education was valued at. Or take out loans at, or priced at. Shoot. I was talking about reconnecting with my generation. Oh yeah, yeah. Current, especially, yes. My generation, we ain't taking no fault, no nothing. We, no ham, no dog or no hog, no nothing. We ain't taking it. We sick of it. We sick of seeing our parents dying from high blood pressure, dying from hypertension, that same thing, heart attack, cardio, and behind a job that will post their job description the day after they die. What? We see, like, no, no. So I know my generation is like, we gotta stop this. We're not about to be sitting at a job for 40 years and we are miserable, making the next generation miserable. No, not selling it for that. No, that I want to retire by the time I'm 35. I know that's not possible. Cause going to med school, oh, I could redefine being what becoming a doctor is in healthcare, in public health. But that's not. What I'm saying is our generation, the late millennials, early millennials, whatever, especially going through COVID. I personally, this is my personal story. January 2020, moved in during my junior year of undergrad. By March 3rd, 15th, 20, whatever, I was going back home. And I remember me being so frustrated. I remember me crying, packing up, and crying. My sister was there. She was the only one that's there helping me pack up. And it's like, it's not fair. Why? Why is my education disrupted? Why? Getting packed up to go home, and students don't know if their housing deposit was going to get reimbursed to them. Don't know if they were, students that are international, don't know how they're going to get back to the world, part of the world where it's COVID is most prominent. America was just catching up, but COVID been happening from summer 19, hence why the name COVID-19. So I know, but it was frustrating, and I deserve to say yes. It was frustrating. Trying to learn, getting adapted to online learning, remote learning, which is different than online school or getting an online education. Is a different format, and I'm just trying to figure all this out. And I was taking biostatistics, girl. That was rough. But I would say without COVID, I would have felt that. I would have felt that whole class. I would have felt that whole semester. But they gave us the COVID grade cover up thing. So them grades are locked and sealed. And you only could get a minimum of like a C or whatever. So I was like, okay, on the epi, on the senior thesis next semester. We ain't gonna talk about that. But I'm frustrated to go home. It was me and my mom on the lower floor, and my sister and brother-in-law, sister, yeah, they were. No, wait. Oh, they were just newly married, newlyweds upstairs. It was just four of us. Oh yeah. Let me tell y'all this part. As I was packing up, because this is a 3-year-old roll of toilet paper from my college, from my institution. I took 2 of these because March, everybody, I guess toilet paper was just a hot commodity. So I know I feel helpless right now, but I know I can at least provide my household with some toilet paper. And I've been using this on and off, so I already know them 2 rolls of toilet paper was going to suffice. I got this. I still have the other roll, but I just found this one after I moved. I still got this from Damon. Mm. And I use it. Yep, still got it. That was my contribution to my household. Toilet tissue. I was just a real human. I got real human emotions and real human thoughts and young learning how to stay humble and not get corrupt by all of the things, all of the materialistic things, and the freedom and the not turn into a coon. Not get corrupt by white supremacy, to turn on my own kind, or to be used to be turned as a face of my to get turned on my own kind, to disrupt, discredit, to disfranchise my own people. I don't want that for my life. To get turned on, uh, the sources get provided by to get provided financially by white supremacy to be used as a weapon to do that to my own people. I don't think my dad would like that. I don't think my grandmother would like that. My whole family won't like that. And one thing I do know, if I am successful, when my family, having a good family structure and relationship will always be the amount of success I will achieve for myself. So that's what keeps me at my core, keeps me grounded and humble. And I get trapped up in all the things. My biggest my I love Night in Miami. I love that movie. And one of the lines in the movie is like, they'll white people will tap into your passion to make you forget what's important. And for you, what's important is the the evolution, the growth, progression, the healing of Black Americans, the African Americans, the African diaspora, but specifically, the people that I can control, like in me, people that's in my own backyard. First, that's most important to me. Uh, Subset of that is reducing the maternal and infant mortality rates in women of color, of African Americans. Why are babies dying? Why are women dying in childbirth? In institutions where they supposed to be the most safe, they're not. Back in 2020, Black women were electing to get to birth their child alone, because it was rather than to birth their child alone and they be safe than be and give birth in an institution that they know their child's health is not the top priority. And that's different than women choosing to give birth alone, either ritual, a connection for them, cultural. That's different than women say, I'd rather give birth by myself than give birth because I know give birth in an institution, a hospital, and I know it's a chance I'm gonna die. That is not okay at all. It's never been okay. it's not okay. So that's what's most important to me is, why are babies dying? Why are black women dying at a higher rate than any other demographic? Why are, C-sections, the rates of C-section has stagnant. It's been about 30 to 33% for the past 10 years, but it's still going to rise. Why is that? These are the questions I ask myself. These are the questions that are most important to me. So if I let, white supremacy tap my passions, then I'm already doing it a service, because I would never feel the need to ask those questions. Those questions that will help that will help African American women give birth safe safely, and dignified, and their birth experience to not be traumatic. I learned that from Trained by Nakia Lawson. Birth should be safe, dignified, honorable, and not traumatic. Okay, I don't think she added that part. I'm adding that. I'm paraphrasing, but I got the thought from her. Like, that's my work. Now look at that, graduate schools that the programs are health policy, public health administration, maternal health, just health administration in general. Because I'm learning it's the policies, it's the legislation that needs to change. That it's the policies and the legislation that sets the tone and the culture for how health is being implemented, and health is being the health is being, what is that word? Oh, because I'm just ranting. I have no notes at all. Health is being, I would say, thought about as leading the health of the mindset of what health is and how to approach it. Laws set that tone. Laws set that tone, especially like health policy laws set that tone at how the country, how doctors, how practitioners interact with their patients. So if I can be a part of changing how professions and policymakers in health and public health interact with patients, then I'm doing my work, my purpose, my life's work. How can a black woman's experience, or when she goes to her OBGYN appointment, how can that experience help her with getting the knowledge and education that she needs? How in that safe space, because one thing that a pregnant woman, like OBGYN, should be is a safe space for young girls, women, whatever, to ask questions about their bodies, what's happening to their bodies. But if that is not a safe space, then where is the internet? WebMD is so many conflicting things on WebMD, and just Google in general. So that's my life's work. Creating safe spaces for black and brown women, young women, preteens, or jump on the bandwagon to create even more safe spaces for black women black teens, black older women to ask questions and then get educated and empowered about their own bodies. Cause like the period doctor, that's my girl. I love her. Okay, if I had her when I was 13, girl, I would know a lot. Okay, but I've been what become an OBGYN since I was 6 years old. So I already knew a lot about my body and what was happening functionally by the time I was 13. I was pretty prepared. Read all the body books and stuff, and you know, props to my mom. Thank you, teaching me about all that stuff. There's something you just want to ask your OBGYN stuff and not your mama. Sometimes your mama just ain't gotta know what you thinking. Yeah, and connecting public health and creating a space that forces public health professionals and medical professionals to sit down at one table and say hi. We do exist here on the other side. To have those hard and difficult conversations. How to address health and healthcare and public health and community health and global health. And let's address this better. Because what we did in COVID was exposed all of our weaknesses. And then we had to hurry up and band-aid everything and just say, oh, okay, we put band-aid on everything. We fine. We cool. Last 2 years, what I mean, it was cool. It wasn't a shit show. It was just we got it. Like no. What was happening before COVID is happening during COVID and is happening after COVID. Can we sit down and have these conversations so we can figure out how to make the system work? For real. So that we're not putting on band-aids and always being in crisis mode and it's not helping. Oh, but okay, it's not helping the people who need it. It is lining up it is creating profit. It is, the big entities that provide these fundings. It's helping them when communities are where there's health disparities that they know that can be fixed, but they're the ones that's causing it. But then they're also the ones that's funding it too. So it's or funding the LDH's local health departments, 501Cs to fix it. But y'all the ones breaking it. So it's like, what? Like, what? Oh gosh, like what is this? What is this life? So like, where am I? 24 years old and have desires of just slaying the public health world, global health world, healthcare, being becoming like just slaying it, building those foundations again. I would say I know I found my fitting, but going back to what I said earlier, is like, how am I going to feel like I am achieving something when I'm in environments that make me feel like I'm not, or doesn't make me feel open, or doesn't nurture me or invest in me to further find my footing in the world, or to give me access to that. Like how? I mean, and yes, I know I'm just ranting and it's just getting stuff off my heart. We're just doing it and pushing harder and pushing harder. I push. I guess I'm gonna close out here. But I see me doing some more of these videos. Probably in a better structure. But I could take a lot from this video and expand on a lot of what the topics I was touching on. But yes, my name is Charvay. I'm a 6-year-old adult, and I'm open to learn as much as I can, and I'm doing it. And sling the world at the same time. Be it a gladiator in suit. In the world where you're not, I'm not what a gladiator would look like. But I'm doing the damn thing. But alright, I'm gonna sign off. Peace.